Sleep. Everyone does it, right? Well, about 60% of the college population does not, experiencing low quality sleep, stated in a journal written by Schlarb, Frederick, and Klarbin in 2017. This is caused due to our busy schedules affecting our daily lives and performance. Sleep represents 1/3 of our life and helps the functioning of the other 2/3. This was stated in an article written by ASAA Sleep Health in 2017. Sleep is indeed very relevant. Of course, it is something we do naturally and is specifically important for students since we have tests to take, assignments to do, all to keep up with our grade point average. I would like to research and inform my team on some of the effects of poor quality of sleep and or sleep deprivation. Again, sleep deprivation is something a lot of students experience due to the school responsibilities. I am no robot. I am indeed a human being and I've personally experienced some of the effects of sleep deprivation. Considering I am also a college student, having a good understanding on the effects of sleep deprivation could be crucial for my functioning when doing my schoolwork. It is good to have an understanding of the effects of sleep deprivation and how it affects our functioning throughout our day. We will learn and understand some of the effects of sleep deprivation. I would like to start off by talking about the way sleep affects our memory. In a video interview, Dr. Robert Stickgold, TEDx River City in 2017, talks how sleep itself takes a major role in our memory. He states that if we sleep after a so-called take-home message, our brain, while we are sleeping, extracts all the gist and confusion, helping you understand the message, the take-home message. It gives the phrase "sleeping on it" a different meaning. So without sleep, our brain does not help us embed and understand that message. Also, in an article found NSF 2020, it was stated that sleep strengthens connections between brain cells and transferring info from one brain region to another, which is a big part in helping to solidify and engraving those ideas into our memory. And when those brain cells don't have time to connect, they're not able to transfer the information between brain regions, which then causes the trouble in retaining information. Further explaining Dr. Roberts' theory. Now that I have talked about how it affects our memory, I would like to move on to how it affects our learning. Sleep helps your overworked neurons under the slow wave sleep to restore themselves. The restorative stage is something very important for the coordination of information. It helps the critical thinking areas in your brain. The restorative neurons are also what help you retain and understand given information. This was all written in a Harvard Medical School article in 2007. Sleep deprivation can affect the frontal cortex of the brain. The frontal cortex is where the functioning of divergent thinking occurs. It is very vulnerable an area, and without sleep, it is likely to not work to its full potential, causing one not to learn information, affecting our studies, and most importantly, our health. And this was written in an article by Alhola and Pola-Cantola in 2007. Now that I've talked about how sleep deprivation may affect some of our cognitive functioning, I would like to talk about my final point, which is how it affects our body, causing fatigue. Sleep is an important factor to not only our brain, but our body. When getting less than 7 hours of sleep, it not only affects our thinking, but it takes a toll on our body. Because during sleep, our body releases hormones that regulate both our metabolism and our energy levels. Without the time needed to regulate those hormones, it affects our body, causing the feeling of fatigue. Stated in Stephanie Watson and Kristen Cherning's article in 2020. Sleep deprivation can also cause many diseases like high blood pressure, heart complications, and even diabetes, all which leads to feeling fatigue because of our restless body on top of preventable diseases. Those hormones being released to regulate our body also help with our immunity, also preventing disease. This was written as well in Alhola and Pola-Cantola's article in 2007. In conclusion, there are many effects of sleep deprivation, effects on both our brain and body. It seems like a crucial part to our well-being. The effects can cause us to have bad memory, trouble learning, and retaining info, as well as taking our toll on our body and bringing preventable diseases. So after hearing all the sleep deprivation can affect, I will stick to my